Hi guys, Razel here. Welcome back to my channel. Finally, I'm filming this video. It's been a really long time. You guys have been requesting this video simula nung nalaman nyo na merong dance sa buhay ko. You guys have been asking for a story time video. Pasensya na kung medyo natagalan, but hey, here I am. I'm gonna tell you guys the story. Before I start with the actual story time video, grab a snack, grab your popcorn, your chips, whatever you have in there, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a long ass freaking video. And the lighting will change as well. I'm using natural lighting, so I'm sorry. Anyway, onto the story time video. If you've been watching me for a while, you would know na nagkakilala kami ni Dan sa filipinocupid.com. It's a online dating website. I've been on that website for a really long time. I will be doing a separate story time video. I was thinking of doing a Q&A, pero sa mga questions na natanggap ko, pare-pareho lang sila. So I was thinking I'm just gonna do a story time and tell you guys my experience sa dating website na yun. And also sa mga 18 years old and below na mga viewers ko, please mag-ingat kayo. I can't tell you na huwag kayong mag-sign up or whatever kasi it's your life. Pero mag-ingat kayo kasi it can be dangerous. You cannot trust anybody. Like, okay. Again, I'm gonna dig into that when I do the story time video of my experience sa filipinocupid.com. I've been on that site for a really long time. Siguro mga 5 years. And yes, si Dan lang yung naging boyfriend ko sa website na yun. Nagtrabaho ako abroad for a year. Tapos umuwi ako ng Pilipinas early 2015, mga April ata. I was kind of lost. I was confused. I did not know what to do. 80% of me was telling me, wag ka nang bumalik abroad. You were not happy, so wag ka nang bumalik. And then 20% of me was telling me, hey, you should come back because what are you gonna do? Anong gagawin mo sa Pilipinas kung hindi ka babalik abroad? I did not know what to do sa buhay ko, career-wise. Yun yung time na as in sobrang lost ako. I don't wanna cry. Freak! Yun yung time sa buhay ko na sobrang, not like sobra, pero like, you know, I was lost. And alam niyo naman, wala akong friends. I mean, yes, of course, I have friends. Pero hindi ko sila kinakausap sa ganung level. Like, hey, I'm so down right now. Can you help me? Like, you know, alam niyo naman ako, masaya akong tao. Yung mga sinishare ko lang, mga good vibes and all that ish. Pero when it comes to me having those issues, I prefer to like deal with it myself. And then it just came to a point na I was like, you know what? I need someone to talk to. And Filipino Cupid is for me like just to find someone to talk to. Kasi believe it or not, hindi naman ako naghahanap ng boyfriend talaga. I'm not an active user sa website. Siguro mga first few weeks after ako nag-sign up, super active ako kasi nga naghahanap ako nun. Pero like after few months and then naging years, hindi na ako active sa website at all. Again, bumabalik lang ako kapag gusto ko may kausap. Siguro mga early May 2015, I went back to the website and nakita ko yung profile ni Dan. And bago siya sa website na yun. Tapos kapag bago ka, merong new na nakalagay sa profile mo. So, clinic ko siya doon and sinabi ko lang, hey, hindi ko na alam kung ano yung exact message na sinend ko sa kanya. I'm pretty sure I was the one who sent first message. And I did this, hindi lang kay Dan. Like, nag-send ako ng ganong message siguro sa 5 tao. So, I sent like, hey, need someone to talk to? I think that's what I said. I forgot. But along those lines. So, I gave my Viber number. And if they actually message me sa Viber ko, then we will start talking. And I do not talk to more than one. Isa lang talaga yung kinakausap ko at a time. And then, hindi si Dan yung unang nag-reply. Few of them came back and messaged me sa Viber ko. And yeah, some of them are just so bastos na I don't really respond anymore. Siguro out of 5 na message ko, merong 3 na bumalik. Tapos, siguro 2 sa kanila, tsaka. And then I end up talking to only 1 person. And then after the day, napagod na akong kausapin siya. So, ish like that. And then, mga few days later, si Dan lang yung hindi nag-message sa akin sa Viber. So, I went back to filipinocupid.com and I think I messaged him again and say, hey, you're not interested? Like, I can't believe this. Ayaw mo sa akin? Ganon. So, like, you know, I just wanted to talk to you. Like, I just needed someone to talk to. After niya na-receive yung message na yun, nag-message siya sa akin sa Viber and then he said, of course, I'm interested. And then we started talking. He was lying though. He was not interested at all. We started talking and I enjoy talking to him because I know na hindi siya interesado sa akin. Yung ibang lalaki kasi, they will fake it and say, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. And I don't like that. Like, bullshit. I knew na marami siyang kinakausap kasi nga, diba, bago siya. So, alam ko na marami siyang kinakausap noon. And I was okay kasi like, this is what I wanted. Gusto ko na yung lalaki hindi interesado sa akin para maka-vent out lang ako. Gusto ko lang na may makinig sa mga sasabihin ko sa gusto, problema ko, ganon. So yeah, kinakausap ko siya and all. And minsan hindi siya nagre-reply ng isang araw, okay lang sa akin. Like, wala akong pakialam at all. Again, hindi ako naghahanap ng boyfriend. Tapos ilang beses niya tinanong sa akin kung ano yung trabaho ko, kahit ilang beses ko na sinagot yun. Like, alam ko talaga na hindi lang ako yung kinakausap niya. And for some reason, I was having fun. Like, okay na okay tong taong to. So, ganun yung conversation namin. Sobrang ikli lang in a day. Tapos, kadalasan ako pa una nagme-message. For few weeks, ganun yung conversation namin. And then one Sunday, suddenly, or Saturday, I forgot, it was a weekend, bigla na lang siyang nag-message sa akin and tinanong niya, hey, what's your Facebook? And I was like, that's new. So you guys, we've been talking for weeks na, tapos hindi pa niya alam yung Facebook ko. Yung picture lang talaga na nakita niya doon sa website is yung mga tsakang picture ko. Yung nilagay ko sa website is yung mga waki ko, hindi pa pretty or whatever. Siguro that's the reason why na hindi siya interesado. So hiningi niya yung Facebook ko, and hindi kasi ako ganun ka-active sa personal Facebook ko. And wala pa akong public Facebook nun. So, binigay ko sa kanya yung name ko sa personal Facebook ko. For some reason, hindi niya mahanap. Sabi niya, hindi ko mahanap yung profile mo. And I don't want him to think na like, you know, hindi ako totoo. Like, totoo ako. Hindi mo lang talaga mahanap yung Facebook ko. So, binigay ko sa kanya yung YouTube channel ko. Just to let him know na, hey, I'm legit. And you guys, everything changed. As in, sobrang nagbago talaga. Parang biglang naging interesado siya sa akin. So, he started watching my videos. Tapos, yung mga pinapanood pa niya na video ko is yung vlog ko. So, tsaka-tsaka yung tita nyo. Like, walang makeup. Alam niyo naman sa mga vlogs ko, like, I don't care. Hindi ako nagme-makeup and all that ish. Nagustuhan niya yung mga video ko. He started watching all of my videos. Kahit na hindi niya maintindihan ha. Yung mga vlogs ko, mostly Tagalog, hindi niya maintindihan at all. But he watches my videos. I was like, And then, we started talking daily. After niya na-discover yung YouTube ko. And doon na nagsimula. But then again, hindi ako naghanap ng boyfriend. Pero parang nagustuhan ko na siya kasi sobrang honest niya, you guys. Sinasabi niya sa akin, ang tsaka kasi ng mga picture mo sa Filipino Cupid, kaya hindi kita nagustuhan. And again, gustong-gusto ko yung mga taong ganun. Like, I want you to be honest. Ang daming mga lalaki sa website na yun, na kahit ang tsaka ng mga picture ko, like, nakaganon ako and whatever, they would tell me, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, I want you to be my wife. Like, what? Kaya ako nilagay yung mga wacky na pictures kasi ayoko na mag-visit ka sa profile ko because I have cleavage on my picture. You know, gusto ko i-visit mo ako kasi gusto mo ako kausapin and seryoso ka talaga na maghanap ng someone, you know? Kasi sa totoo lang, noon wala akong time na chikahan at makipaglandian sa mga kung sino-sino lalaki. So parang it was kind of like a test. Kung sino makapasa sa test na yon, then hey, let's move on. So yeah, we started talking daily and then mas nakilala ko siya, mas nakilala niya ako, I guess. And then siguro mga after a week of talking every day, bigla kaming nag-decide na, hey, punta tayo ng Thailand. And again, I was lost. I did not know what to do. I surely needed a vacation, holiday, nung time na yon. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I haven't been to Thailand. Ayoko na magkita kami sa Pilipinas. Alam niyo naman yung mga Pilipino, makita ka lang na may kasama kang foreigner, ang landi-landi mo ng tao, ganun, diba? Ayoko ng ganun. Ayoko na kapag dumating siya dito, ang iisipin ko yung ibang tao. Gusto ko na kilalanin siya nang siya lang. So I wanted to go somewhere na parang I won't care. Nag-sign up siya sa website na yun kasi gusto niya pumunta ng Pilipinas. So, meron na siyang plano. Before pa niya ako nakilala, meron na siyang plano na pumunta ng Pilipinas. And gusto niya makahanap ng friends daw sa Philippines para kapag pumunta siya, meron siyang mga friends. Yun yung plano niya. But then again, ayoko na magkita kami sa Pilipinas. So sabi ko, I really want to go to Thailand. Nakapunta na siya ng Thailand maraming beses na. So yun, nag-decide kami na sige, pumunta tayo ng Thailand. Ako nagbayad ng ticket ko. Hindi ko siya pinabayad at all. Hindi ko sinabing pumunta tayo ng Thailand. Ikaw magbayad lahat-lahat kasi ikaw lalaki. No, ayoko na maging ganun yung first na pagkikita namin kasi ayoko na, hey, ayoko na isipin niya na ako nagbayad nito so akin ka. You know? No. Gusto ko lang talaga pumunta doon para magbakasyon, para makapag-isip-isip. And of course, para makilala din siya ng bongga. So yun, nagplano kami. And then, siguro mga few days later, binook namin yung Thailand trip namin. O diba, bongga? Yung plano niya kasi for his holiday is December. And we started talking daily around June. So, it is 6 months away from our Thailand trip. So, binook namin yung Thailand trip namin 6 months before the actual trip. So, yun. It was a risk for me kasi kailangan ko na magbayad ng ticket. Hindi ko pa alam, like, sa 6 months, magiging okay ba kami? Baka, like, you know, iniisip ko lang talaga, kailangan ko talaga ng holiday para makapag-isip-isip and para ma-figure out ko kung anong gagawin ko sa buhay ko. So, we did it. I booked my ticket, he booked his ticket, and then like, I think few days later, binook namin yung hotel namin. And yes, in 6 months, magkikita kami ng bonggang-bongga. And that's a freaking long time. Like, what if something happened? What if something happened sa 6 months, tapos bigla na lang, hey, ayoko na makipagkita sa'yo. Hindi pa kami mag-boyfriend, you guys, ha? Wala pang I love you, or whatever. Wala. Gusto lang namin magkita. Like, you know, just friends. That's what we felt when we booked our ticket and all. So, sa 6 months na yun, wala akong ine-expect out of like our conversation. We're friends and we talk to each other every day. Hindi naman pilit na mag-usap tayo araw-araw. It's just that naging part na ng routine ko, nakausapin siya. But then again, hindi kami. Pero parang may mutual understanding. But then again, it wasn't official. Personally, ayoko maging official siya. Kasi nga, gusto ko na makilala ko muna siya before maging official. I just didn't want to jump into it na hindi ako sure. So, sa 6 months na hinintay namin, as in wala talaga, walang etchos-etchos. As in, we were friends. We were really, really good friends, I can say. So, fast forward sa December 16, 2015, I flew to Phuket, Thailand. Doon kami magkikita. Ang tsaka-tsaka pa kasi supposedly ako yung unang dumating. Ako sana yung maghihintay sa kanya. So parang naplano ko na ako anong gagawin ko. Hihintayin kita sa airport and all that ish. Pero, na-delay yung flight ko ng 30 minutes. So parang yung nangyari, siya yung naghintay sa akin sa airport. And paglabas ko, like walang time mag-retouch and all that. I was so tsaka. Kasi I do not know, but airports make you tsaka, make you dry, and just make you tsaka. But, wala akong magawa, wala akong time mag-retouch. Paglabas ko sa customs, nandun siya nakatayo, and I was like, great, look at me. Look at my chaka face. And nakita ko siya, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is you. This is Mr. Bear. It was awkward ng konti, pero not really. Like, because we talked so much already na parang kilalang-kilala ko na siya. So, we were good. Yung taxi ride namin from airport to the hotel was kind of awkward, pero like, after mga 30 minutes, we started talking normal na parang magkausap lang kami online pero in person. And we just clicked. Kasi sobrang honest niya na tao, ha. And kapag sinabi niya sa akin na you look gorgeous, parang, I believe you kasi honest ka. Sobrang sweet din niya. Sobrang taas ng respeto niya sa akin, which I like, as in sobra. Hindi ko sinabi sa pamilya ko na pupunta ako ng Thailand para makipagkita sa taong to. I'm so sorry, my family. Pero nag-joke ako sa mama ko na pupunta ako na maghanap ako ng asawa. Nakakaloka. Pero joke lang yun, you guys. Hindi kami mag-asawa at all, so joke lang yun naman. Hindi ko sinabi sa kanila, and wala akong sinabihan kasi hindi ko alam kung anong mangyayari. What if hindi ko siya magustuhan, diba? Oh, by the way, before ako nakipagkita sa kanya, of course, alam ko na hindi siya mamamatay tao. Like, may tiwala ako sa kanya. Hey, we've been talking for 6 months, and I think it's enough for you to know kung totoo tong taong to. And like, alam mo naman siguro, mafe-feel mo, diba? Kung meron kang kahit konting doubt, wag mong i-meet yung taong yan, nakakaloka, baka patayin ka, or, But then again, I was 100% sure na hindi siya mamamatay tao. I did my research. Kahit na wala siyang social media, I did my research, and I found out na he's legit. Nung nandun na kami sa Thailand, yung problema ko is paano ko sasabihin sa pamilya ko na dadalhin ko si Dan sa Pilipinas. Kasi yun yung plano namin eh. After Thailand, nakabook na rin yung ticket niya, and ako, syempre, papuntang Pilipinas. Kung hindi man mag-work kami sa Thailand, pupunta kami ng Pilipinas, uuwi ako, siya, gagawin niya kung anong gusto niyang gawin. But if mag-work and gusto namin yung isa't isa, then I'm gonna introduce him to my fam-bam. And hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko kasi nung nasa Thailand kami, we got along really well. And I felt like ready ako umuwi ng Pilipinas kasama tong taong to. Hindi ko iisipin yung mga iisipin ng ibang tao, though hindi talaga nangyari yun. Kasi pagdating namin ng Pilipinas, meron pa rin ako mga churba-churba sa isip ko. Kapag may tumitingin sa amin, parang iniisip ko, my gosh, what is she thinking? But then again, sabi ko, you know what? Gusto ko siya. So, I'm gonna tell my family. And then, I told my mom first. I sent her a picture of us together nung nag-breakfast kami. And sabi ko, uuwi ako. Kasama ko tong bisita ko. Siguro mga 1 week lang or almost 2 weeks sa Thailand. And then after that, umuwi kami ng Pilipinas. Yung travel day namin was 24, December 24. So we literally spent Christmas Eve together. No, not really. Oh, yeah, together. Pero sa aeroplano, nandun lang kami ng Christmas Eve. Lumipad kami from Thailand to Singapore. Sa Singapore, meron kaming 12 hours layover. So, we decided to kind of explore. Kasi, anong gagawin mo sa airport for 12 hours? Like, nah. And I needed to go shopping kasi Christmas na. I need to get mga churba-churba para sa pamilya. So, pumunta kami sa Bugis Street and I did my shopping. And na-shock ako kasi okay na okay siya kasama mag-shopping. So, I was like, yes, nakascore ako ng bonggang-bongga. Kasi usually sa mga lalaki, ayaw nila na sumama sa mga shopping-shopping. Siguro wala lang siyang choice noon. But, you know, nag-shopping kami. Tinulungan niya ako pumili. Like, what do you think about this? He will give his opinion. And he was really patient. We were there for I do not know how many hours. And he was fine. So, I was like, dagdag pogi point sa'yo yan. Kasi parang hindi ka nagre-reklamo pag nagsha-shopping ako. So, good ka dyan. Good ka yan. Good. So, dumating kami ng Pilipinas December 25. Christmas Day. That means walang pasok yung mga estudyante. So, lahat ng pamilya ko nandun sa bahay. Pati si Papa, walang trabaho. So, lahat, the whole family is in one house. And, hey, may bisita ako, nakakaloka. First time ni Dan pumunta ng Philippines. So, parang hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko sa kanya. Hindi ko alam kung anong magiging reaction niya. Hindi ako lumalabas ng bahay. So, wala akong kalam-alam sa lugar-lugar, sa kung saan-saan. Parang mas turista pa ako sa turista kasi nga hindi ako lumalabas ng bahay. Like, wala akong alam ng mga lugar. So, that was one of my concerns. Paano niya i-enjoy yung lugar namin kung mismo ako hindi ko alam kung paano ko i-enjoy yung lugar namin, you know? Super aga ng December 25 kami nakarating. Siguro sinundo kami nila Marlon mga 4 ng umaga. Tapos naka-multicab lang kami. Hindi ko nilalang yung multicab ng papa ko. Naka-multicab kami. Kasi yung sasakyan ko nasira. Great timing, diba? Sa likod kami ng multicab, nakita niya ang Cebu. Sa agang yun ha, madilim na madilim pa. Ang daming mga babae sa kung saan-saan. Yung may mga teenager na ganun ng rugby. Nakita niya lahat. I was like, oh my gosh, welcome to the Philippines. Pero, hindi yun yung highlight ng day namin. Guess what? Nasiraan kami. Nasira yung sasakyan ng papa ko. Great timing again. Nasira siya. Parang nag-overheat or I don't know what happened. And hindi siya naayos. Agad-agad. So, we needed to take a taxi from where na nasira yung sasakyan ni Papa hanggang sa bahay. Pagdating niya sa bahay, tulog pa yung mga tao. Diba, bongga? Yung Papa ko lang yung gising. Tapos nag-hi siya. Nag-hi siya, tapos ganon, tapos natulog kami because we had a really long day, wala pa kaming tulog, mga more than 24 hours na. I think he stayed sa bahay namin ng mga 1 week siguro. Doon din siya nag-spend ng New Year niya. So yun, mas nakilala niya ako, mas nakilala niya yung pamilya ko. Though parang kilala na niya sila kasi nga diba, sobrang tagal namin magkausap araw-araw. Pero to see them in person and to actually like live in a house with them for a few days, parang alam na niya talaga how it goes and is like that. And then one day, pumunta kami sa bahay ng lola ko sa Bukid and doon nakilala niya yung relatives ko sa side ng papa ko. And okay naman lahat. So far, so good. Kinakausap nila si Dan, which was good kasi sa bahay, hindi masyadong kinakausap ng pamilya ko si Dan. Hindi ka naman kasi marunong mag-English yung papa at saka yung mama ko. I mean, marunong pero sobrang konti lang. Though nakakaintindi sila, pero I still need to translate. So, parang hindi talaga ganun kabongga yung conversation ng pamilya ko kay Dan. Pero, sobrang patient niya na tao. Malalaman mo na patient yung boyfriend mong puti kapag nagsha-shower siya sa Pilipinas nang walang heater. Wala kaming heater sa bahay. Yung shower, malamig siya kasi malamig ang tubig. And kapag na-survive nila yun, naliligo siya na sobrang lamig yung tubig. So, I was like, Good job, you. And then, bumalik na siya dito. Tapos, gusto na namin na makilala ko yung pamilya niya para, you know, it's my turn naman. Kilala na niya yung pamilya ko. So, it's my turn to get to know his family naman. So, I applied a visa. I applied a tourist visa. And then, luckily, I got approved. So, nandito ako. And I've been here for 2 months now, I guess. Maybe not yet there, but almost there. And yeah, everything is good. Sobrang babait ng pamilya niya. Hindi ko ina-expect na ganito yung pakikitungo nila sa akin. And sobrang saya namin dalawa. And paulit-ulit namin sinasabi sa isa't isa na sobrang swerte ko. Tapos sinasabi niya din na sobrang swerte siya. Parang ang sarap pakinggan na yung lalaki na mahal mo, sinasabi na ang swerte-swerte ko kasi dumating ka sa buhay ko. Sobrang, naiyak ako. Pero sa totoo lang, sobrang swerte ko talaga kasi hindi ko naman siya hinanap. Kusang dumating siya and sobrang bongga na ng buhay ko na nandito siya. Sobrang pinapasaya niya ako. So, yung pag-ibig talaga, kusang dumarating sa tamang panahon. Char. Oh my gosh, hindi ko alam kung ilang minuto na ako nakaupo dito. But you guys, that's our story. I just want to say thank you sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa aming dalawa. Like, you guys are the best. Thank you for always watching my videos. Thank you for always watching our vlogs. Just thank you. I always say this and I mean it. You guys are the best and I'm so happy na nandyan kayo. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. And let me know if you wanna see more storytime video from this channel. And yeah, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button below. You will be notified of my videos daily if you hit that subscribe button right there. So go ahead and please do it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Do not forget to be good. Bye!